Earlier today, I was playing Cities Skylines, and in that game, you wind up having this problem where you have demand for more goods and services and zones, and then you're always expanding. Then, as you expand, you have issues with abandonment and you have issues with traffic being too great, and the congestion starts to be a problem. And overall, the game just winds up being increasingly a treadmill and a grind, trying to figure out how you can meet all of these increasing demands for goods and services while managing your traffic flow. And then you wind up with a game where it's just a sea of skyscrapers and alert messages and warnings, and it's just not really very fun. But then I realized that if I wanted to have a good time in the game and get it all to balance out and to work well, I didn't need to keep expanding my zones. I didn't need to keep on growing the city outward. I needed to actually cut back, and if there were problems, I would de-zone those areas. I would get rid of the things that were causing problems. I would eliminate the areas that were opportunities. And then there would be less to manage, less to worry about, less need for more services, less concerns. And I thought life is like that in a lot of ways. We're always conditioned to look for more things that we can chase after that are going to help us to level up. And we have these achievements, if you will. It's kind of like unlocking extra areas of the map or something. We're told if you just keep on trying to grind upwards, you keep on staying on the treadmill, then eventually you're going to get more things unlocked. And then once we get to that level, we have become addicted to that treadmill, that never-ending cycle where it's never good enough for things to be the way they are. We always need to expand upward and outward. And then we start to be frustrated, and we start to be bored, and we start to be exhausted by things that are supposed to be fun and enjoyable for us. But if we stop and we step back a little bit and we say, okay, I'm going to just stop investing time and energy into things that don't bear positive fruit in my life, then it gets easier. If somebody doesn't like something that you're doing, you just eliminate that person from your life. And then you don't have to worry about impressing them. If somebody asks you to do something that you think is immoral or unethical or unfair in your work, then you just step away and you don't do that job. You just start to find ways to simplify your life. And then the more you do that, the less things you have to really worry about managing, because it just gets easier. I remember when I had all kinds of bills coming in the mail and all sorts of things I had to manage and worry about, and every day was just a sort of a low-level stress. I didn't want to check my mailbox because I knew there might be a bill in there. It just wasn't a positive experience. And now I don't even have to really check the mail because there's probably not going to be anything there at all, because I don't have a lot of bills and I don't have a complicated life and I don't really have anything to worry about or fear, But getting there involved letting go of a lot of things. It involved learning how to simplify instead of trying to always find a complicated solution to a problem that I didn't even need to have. I think a lot about how we tend to complicate our lives because we always look for a solution when we really should just look for a way to eliminate the root cause of the problem. And our lives get to be kind of like that video game city sea of skyscrapers that all have their demand and all have their traffic that they're generating, and they all have their problems that they are manifesting. And we get so mired in trying to fix that next problem, to figure out how we can war game it out and fine tune our game just a little bit more so that we can overcome those issues, when really we just need to let go of the issues. We just need to simplify, have fewer things in our life that causes problems. There's so much that we can get distracted with in life, to feel like we don't have enough time and we don't have enough to give, and we can feel like we're just not where we need to be. And quite often we are exactly where we need to be. All we just need to do is learn to be at peace with where we are. And that's the real challenge. It's the test that we're all tasked with learning. How to have peace in life. How to have peace in the storm. And there's many, many solutions that are going to be sold to us. And they're all going to say, this is how you unlock peace in your life. And the truth is, you find it when you stop looking for it. You find it when you realize that you had it all along. It's not about doing better, doing more. It's about getting to a place in your life where you don't have to do anything in order to have a good day, in order to know that you've had a wonderful life. It's really liberating to realize that peace and joy and happiness and all those things are not far off things that we have to grind for a long time to attain. We just have to stop playing games that put us into a treadmill, which subconsciously teach us that the only way to have a good time is to reach an end game that's filled with complexity and hurdles we have to jump through. There's a lot of people who don't want others to be content. They don't want people to have peace, because if people have peace, if people are content, then how are you going to sell them something? How are you going to make people forfeit their values and give up a big part of their life and sell their soul to rage and envy and frustration and that feeling of never being enough? How are you going to get people to do that if you don't first sell them on the idea that there's a treadmill that's worth getting on? We see it in games all the time. We see it in life. When you just start enjoying the experience that you're having right now, then you realize the truth, which is that you don't need something more to arrive at. You just need to learn to be present in what you're doing right now, and that's always going to be enough. So try not to be too distracted by all the things people want you to jump on the bandwagon of, and just have fun in life and figure out how to enjoy the experience right now instead of thinking about that end game, thinking about progressing and grinding to that next level and the level after that. Stop signing up for things that make you feel like you're never good enough. And then you'll realize that you've always had everything you need to have joy in your life right with you, right inside you the entire time. Good luck in your journey as you make your way through life. Till next time, thank you for watching.